Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. You know, I don't say it for nothing. These people are legitimately insane. And again, I have to preface this video by addressing the, there's crazy people on both sides. To a certain extent, yes, but also, no, not at all. There's some fringe crazy people on the right wing, I'll give you that any day of the week, but it sometimes feels like the entirety of the left, at least the active political left, well, they're all completely frickin' insane. From the top hosts at MSNBC and CNN, to those working entry-level jobs, to the politicians, to the Twitter folk, and the Karens in the real world, these people are nuts. And that's why we always have content like this. You know, I'm pretty sure if there were insane psycho right-wingers doing crazy things in the real world, there'd be left-wing channels that exist just like ours, covering these insane rightoids in the real world, acting like total Karens, but those channels pretty much don't exist. I mean, there probably are some videos, right-wingers doing dumb-ish, I'm sure it exists, but not enough to build the channel on. Not enough for consistent content and coverage. The other way, well, I mean, just look at my channel and others. It's non-stop leftist insanity. We don't say it for no reason. The left has completely lost it. And here's a clip that's just perfect. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, I'm sure a lot of you guys know what it's like to be a Trump supporter out in the wild, huh? Some people like to stay low-key. Others like to theme their cars as the Trump 2024 mobile, or simply just wear a Make America Great Again hat. And when you do something like that, well, you attract interesting characters and find yourself in interesting scenarios. Here's one that's currently going viral all over social media.
All right, so tell me what just happened.
The people in the back of the car, right behind you, said that you're a Trump supporter, and just to let us know.
So they warned you
Yes.
that the car in front of them, which is me,
Yes.
is a Trump supporter.
Yes.
And what do they think you were supposed to do with that information?
I don't know, treat you differently,
Wow.
but that's crazy.
Wow,
How
that is-
society is now.
Do you see how Democrats are and liberals?
Yeah.
They're so mean. They're trying to get me bad service because of my political
That's
beliefs.
crazy.
I know. That is truly shocking that the car behind me saw my Trump 2024 sticker on the window, alerted the Dunkin' Donuts team that I'm a Trump supporter, as if that would have some kind of impact. Democrats and liberals are the most hateful people. And what I've noticed is this person's not even pulling up behind me. Oh, there they are. There they are. Hey, God bless Trump. Trump's inevitable, man. He's coming back. Trump's coming back.
We'll see once he's in prison, yeah?
That's what you've been saying for 7 years, my guy.
All right.
For 7 years.
We'll see when POTUS is in prison, yeah? When your POTUS is in prison.
7 years, my guy. You've been saying the same. Oh, I'm a xenophobe. I'm a Mexican immigrant. White liberal savior.
All right, buddy.
So as I left, I didn't get this on camera because I had to use my app to pay for my coffee. But as I left, the guy was screaming, "Wait until your family gets deported." See how racist these people are? He assumes that my family is illegal and that I'm not a citizen. These Democrats are so hateful and bigoted. It's hilarious. It's so funny to me. God bless Trump. He is inevitable. Oh, can't wait for him to come back.
Complete, utter insanity. But we are so desensitized to this type of behavior. I mean, this is pretty much par for the course. The guy is at Dunkin' Donuts. Looks like it's possibly the morning or maybe lunchtime. He's either headed to work or on his lunch break, grabbing a coffee and maybe a bite to eat. And the individual who pops up behind him sees the Trump sticker on the back of his car, calls the Dunkin' Donuts employees, "The guy in front of me is a Trump supporter." In his mind, I don't know what exactly he was thinking, but in his mind, I mean, that's like relevant information that he's sending to the Dunkin' Donuts establishment. I mean, what does he expect them to do? Spit in his coffee? In his mind, it's a justified action. Oh, I'd better warn these folk that a Trump supporter is coming to the window. Oh, they're gonna know what to do. But the reaction from normal people, the person working at the drive-thru, is like, what? What am I supposed to do with that? Are you insane? This guy expects me to treat this person differently because he supports a particular political candidate? It's a level of delusion, frankly, insanity, Trump derangement syndrome, that's what it is. That's just totally unbelievable. I mean, it's Karen behavior on steroids. And that's probably a decent way to describe it. I mean, mega political Karens. Let me speak to the manager. This person has different political views than I do. Absolutely insane. Not to mention what the individual claims wasn't caught on camera. Supposedly, the individual in the car following behind said, "Wait till your whole family is deported." I mean, legitimately racist. Not to mention just vengeful and vile. The same people constantly virtue signaling about hate who show up to these events with signs that say hate will not win, yada yada yada. The anti-hate group seems to be the group with the most hatred in their heart. And it doesn't go the other way. It's a one-sided issue. From my perspective, at least, conservatives don't have an issue accepting people on the left. If you're a leftoid, they may think that you're a little bit dumb or naive, which is perfectly fine. People on the left think the exact same thing about people on the right, but there isn't this hatred and this inability to coexist in space and society. It cannot be said the other way around. And it's been like this, especially since Donald Trump came on the scene, because the rhetoric has gotten completely insane. I mean, largely the media, talking heads, and popular leftist Twitter clowns are to blame. The rhetoric has gotten so insane. The political discussion on the left geared towards right-wingers is always something to the effect of the right wing is your enemy. They must be stopped by any and all means, whether it's violence, censorship, or whatever it is. It's justified because they're a threat to democracy. They're engaged in genocide. They're racist. They're fascist. Most people are able to see that as what it is, slanderous political rhetoric, but other people aren't smart enough and they buy the narrative hook, line, and sinker, and then they act like this dork in public. They think it's justified to walk up to somebody just because they're wearing a Make America Great Again hat and assault them, attack them, rile up a mob against them, tell them, "You're not welcome here." Maxine Waters' famous quote. Or just completely melt down and do what we've seen a million times, especially on college campuses. "You're not welcome here," says the mob. You know, the same mob that constantly talks about diversity and inclusion. You're not welcome, they say. Sounds so accepting and inclusive, so tolerant. And actually, here's a great example to really put it into perspective how prevalent it is. People getting assaulted for wearing MAGA hats was one thing, but during the 2020 election and the 2016 election, people who simply had political signs on their lawn in support of Republican candidates or Donald Trump had such an issue with vandalism from out-of-their-mind leftoids, people who couldn't handle seeing something that they disagreed with, a simple sign that supported a candidate that they didn't like. They had such an extreme emotional reaction that they'd be called to exit their vehicles, run up to the sign and vandalize it or steal it. It was happening so often that people got completely fed up and started electrifying their signs, leading to situations like this.
All right, so there's no sound, but you can see the guy running on the lawn, trying to steal the sign, gets buzzed, and you get electrocuted when you touch the sign. The homeowner in Washington State was sick of thieves stealing his sign, so he booby-trapped it with electricity, zapping anyone who touches them. His neighbor now being charged with trespassing.
You didn't see people going after Biden signs and getting electrocuted over the last 2 election seasons now, did you? The collective left has completely lost its mind. The clip I showed you guys earlier is the perfect example. It's not a both sides issue. The left has gone insane. That's pretty much the conclusion. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Of course, you know we'd love to have you here. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you on the next one.